unfortunately, you can't really test the limits of it when the road conditions are like this. But it does feel good, and it's not clunking or anything. So I'm enjoying it so far. That is a big difference, actually, especially at higher speeds. Yeah, that's crazy. Much better. Wow. That's good. That's a lot better. I don't think there's a lot of break-in on these things either, so it's kind of just to put it on and it performs as it should for the life of the bar, which is pretty much forever. Especially because I think this coating that they put on this bar is a lot better than what comes factory. I think it's powder coated. Not 100% sure. I think it is though. Progress Tech bars are like, aside from, I think Progress Tech and White Line are pretty similar in terms of quality, and they're both right up there at the top of their game, as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure even the Eibach bars are pretty solid too. But I wanted something a little bit thicker because the stock bar is about 20 millimeters in thickness, this being 22. I'm not 100% sure if the stock bar is hollow or not, based on how much 2 millimeters, based on the difference that 2 millimeters made. I would have to guess that it's probably hollow, because that feels a lot better. And the nice thing about upgrading your rear sway bar, especially before you do coilovers, is that it increases your handling performance without having to compromise ride quality. Which not all coilovers do that, but especially if you're going for aggressive lowering, you have to increase your spring rates, which is going to inherently affect ride quality. So the fact that this does not change ride quality at all, it feels exactly the same to me, is a huge bonus. harshness over bumps may have increased just ever so slightly, but it's really, really minor. That's like trying to be really nitpicky. Because overall, it feels great. I can't wait till I get coilovers on it too. The combination of coilovers and a rear sway bar is going to be unlike anything I've ever felt before. Especially since I sprung for the really nice digressive dampers on the HRD coilovers. Like, getting high quality coilovers and a solid sway bar is just all you need to make a Honda handle like it's on rails. And I cannot wait to get them in. Weird clunks from the end links or anything, which makes sense because it's still on stock height, and I don't think you need to upgrade the end links for just an upgraded bar. That feels about the same as usual. I remember when I first installed coilovers on my EK, and man, that was a night and day difference. And that was just some fairly basic Tane Flex Z's. Like, it wasn't anything obnoxious or expensive. It was just solid quality, like mid-tier suspension, but I got something a little bit upper mid-tier, lower high-tier coilovers for this car because I think it deserves it. And it's one of those things that you kind of want to just buy once and buy right. Yeah, so I know I'm getting a quality product that's going to drastically improve the handling of this car, on top of being able to adjust the ride height. Pretty psyched for the coilovers, especially feeling this, like, cause this is probably only like 30% of the difference that the coilovers are gonna make, especially with Swift springs. Swift springs are they're where it's at. I can't wait to actually feel them on my car. You can kind of tell it feels more planted even in just regular curves. You can just feel it roll a lot less, even in gentle turns. It's pretty crazy. It just feels like the car goes where you tell it to go, like a lot more now. if I can get a good corner test up here. The road's a little drier up here. I wasn't really sharp enough to notice the difference. It doesn't even have his whole housing. Let's see how it does over this big old bump. Speed hump, if you will. No clunks or anything. That's good. I torqued everything to spec and followed the instructions very closely, so I would hope that it doesn't have any issues. Overall, I'm loving it so far. This is awesome, actually. Obviously, I'll keep you guys posted if anything happens with it, but the bushings are upgraded. Like the bushings that hold the sway bar to the body itself. They're no longer rubber, now they're polyurethane, I think. Just your typical, slightly stiffer, but still, like, not solid bushings for the sway bar. At some point I'll probably get upgraded end links so that they're adjustable. I'm not sure if that's going to be needed for the amount of lowering that I'm planning on doing, which I think is only like a 2-inch drop all the way around. I've got my upper control arms already. I've got my upper rubber bushings for the rear struts as well. Oh, and I got new ball joints. I got OEM new ball joints to be pressed, or not pressed in. They bolt in to the lower control arm. But the nice thing is, with the amount of lowering that I'm planning on doing, I got the Aerogenics roll center correction kit just to maintain the stock control arm angle at ride height. So this car should handle absolutely wonderfully here in the next month or so. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit extra stiffness there. I could feel it that time. Really minor though. No clunking. Wow, that feels great. Nice tight little 180. Yeah, that feels really good.